It is time to cut Wike loose. Yes, my country people, you are welcome back to this channel. For those that are joining for the first time, you are very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. My country people, indications have emerged that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is facing serious pressure. A lot of people are mounting pressure on Mr. President to cut ties with Wike, and this pressure is coming from some of his closest political allies, some of his long-time associates, to cut Wike off and work with Governor Fubara. Multiple presidency sources revealed that the pressure intensified following reports that Wike's regular monthly media briefings was generating public dissatisfaction against the president. Wike was absent from Thursday's National Council of State meeting at the presidential villa, which was attended by former Nigerian leaders, governors, ex-Chief Justice of the Federation, although he was represented at the meeting by Hajiya Mahmood, Minister of State for the FCT. A senior aide familiar with the development had said that Mr. Tinubu's men were worried that Wike's growing, inflammatory remarks and confrontational style is beginning to damage the image of the government. But they are now telling Tinubu that instead of working with Wike, he should realign politically with Governor Siminalayi Fubara ahead of 2027. According to the Lagos APC Elders Council, also known as the Governance Advisory Council, these leaders told Mr. President that Wike has become a political baggage, and continuing to associate with him could harm the administration's reputation and electoral standing in the South region. And one of the leaders, a longtime ally of Mr. President, whom Mr. President often consults for advice, don't tell Tinubu, say it is time for him to do away with Wike and work with Fubara instead, because Governor Fubara has so far shown calmness, patience, and restraint, even in the face of provocation. So the elders reminded the president that Governor Fubara has remained loyal. Even during his suspension, he did not rock the boat. He did not say anything against Mr. President. He did not call Tinubu a fool or any other thing. They even told him that maltreating Fubara and Ijoman could send a wrong message to the riverine people of Rivers and the Niger Delta as a whole. So these people are telling Tinubu to cut, Nyesom Wike off. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? This Tinubu and Wike's relationship is something that is very, very controversial. And Wike's endless feuds are now becoming a burden on Tinubu's government. So I guess the time is now to cut Wike off so that Tinubu can focus ahead of 2027. So Tinubu's chances are at risk because of Wike's controversies. Thus, Tinubu wanting to drop Wike. So sooner or later, Wike would be dropped since he's now becoming so irrelevant for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's either the president may sack him or he will drop him from his duties, or he will cut ties with him while he continues to, serve his duties as the FCT minister. In terms of hierarchy, Mr. President, Akpabio, and Wike, they are the number 3 people in this country. After Tinubu is Akpabio. After Akpabio is Wike.
So Wike, he has his own shortcomings. But when it comes to taking decision, Wike is number 1. Yes, Wike may be corrupt. Wike may be so arrogant. Wike may be autocratic, which I don't like. I have some other things. The way he talks, the way he addresses issues, the way he dominates, the way he, those ones are secondary. Working in FCDA, though the people that are working there are not speaking good about him. They say that the only person is working with only director land, director development control. Every other person don't work with them, don't even know that they exist. That one is not my business. I hear them saying. They said, somebody said, I don't know the person who is my mother's friend. What I need is bread. So if you should ask me, I'm not working FCDA. And they also warn those, you cannot acquire land. You don't want to build, you are waiting for it to be appreciated. You will revoke it and give those who are, that's how development. And some other things, when he came, there was a issue of kidnapping. He came and gave it he gave CP then to marching order. And those guys, most of them were there, we are arrested, though they have started coming back again. That's my assessment to him. In the what do you call it? In the community of the blind, one eyed man becomes the king.
Indeed. Now, these are reactions from Nigerians. The first person said, sack Wike because he is a corrupt man. Tinubu knows that Wike is wicked and he is a political liability, but he retains him to rig election in FCT and Rivers State come 2027, and this will not work. Another person said, it is my wish that Tinubu should drop Wike immediately and take a step further by opening or setting up an investigative panel to look into all the accusations laid against him. Even at the end of the day, they don't get anything to pin on him. They should also look for another way to make sure they expose him. What is going on? What has Wike really done? I am not a hater of Wike, but Wike has really contributed to the political strategy and success of Tinubu's achievements. So dropping Wike will directly affect Tinubu himself. As far as I'm concerned, Nyesom Wike remains a viable tool that would be decisively handled with care by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President should be very, very careful and cautious in handling Wike's case without necessarily creating an unnecessary loophole for unhealthy relationship. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So my country people, make una come shook mouth for this matter. We know that Nyesom Wike sometimes tends to be notorious in some of his speeches, but when it comes to doing his job, delivering his job as the FCT minister, Wike is doing wonderfully well. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.